who is on line one. Hi, Carol. How are you this afternoon?
How you doing, Bill Russell? This is Carol Jackson. Hey, you're on the right. I'm on the right station and calling in. Martin Luther King was for peace and love, uniting all people together.
Mm-hmm.
And number 45, he got to get the message. If he don't get the message, he's out of there. That seat of president. That's the highest office. He say, let's make America great again. It's already great. It's about top down, bottom up. That's the strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Top down, bottom up. So if Mr. 45 is listening and tweet that, he will have more love in this country.
Carol, I think you're on the money. I appreciate the call. It will be interesting to hear what Donald Trump tweets or says on the King holiday, because so many people believe that his policies and his beliefs are the antithesis of what Dr. King believed, but everybody tries to embrace King. And so we'll hear what Donald Trump has to say about that. Appreciate the call. We got Robert on line two. Hey, Robert, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, Jason, he hit it right on the point. Now, when Obama got in office, the day of inauguration, did you see how many people was out there and the world was watching?
Yes.
And before he even had the inauguration, remember he went overseas and record crowds. The Republicans were so threatened by that because all they saw out there was black and white, all nationalities, and everybody would have so much hope and seeing that this world was going to be a better place. They was threatened by that. They do not want a better place. They only want to fill their pocket and satisfy the people that's paying them to do the mean things that they doing to people. And one more thing right quick. And when they was in that meeting, that televised meeting, that wasn't nothing but a prop. Because he was trying to prove to people that he is not a lunatic, which he is. And he thought he was on apprentice when he was in there. Now, everything that he was trying to negotiate with the Democrats that day, now, today, he changed his mind on everything. Do not sign a paper with the devil. He is no good, and he do not care about this country. Thank you.
Robert, thank you. I cannot disagree with anything that you said. The question that I have is, can we as Americans, not just black Americans, not just white Americans, not just Latino Americans or whomever, can we as Americans study Dr. King and embrace Dr. King and reinvigorate that movement? I mean, let's face it, the things that Dr. King fought for still need to be fought for today. You don't have the same levels of discrimination. It's not written into the law like it used to be, but it still goes on. You still have poverty. You still have corruption in government. You still have politicians who are absolutely insensitive to the people in this country. And it's taken on new levels. You've got takeovers now of big business and private interests taking over functions of government. And here in Detroit, we had a front row seat. The takeover of Detroit was wholesale greed by wealthy folks to seize control of Detroit, Michigan, and reconstruct it in their own image and for their own benefit. And if you don't understand that, you need to do a lot of reading and go back and check that out. Well, that is the kind of world that Dr. King has fought against or did fight against. And I think that's one of the reasons why he's still so relevant today. He talked about war. He talked about greed. He talked about technology and how that's changing. You know, we look now at the world and some of us don't even recognize it with all the social media and internet and driverless cars and all kinds of things. A lot of the jobs that people used to work have been taken over by robots and technology. And Dr. King talked about that. The quote from Dr. King, though, by the way, that I remembered and I wanted to share was that we are in a society where, and I want to get it straight, but he talked about how they have missiles but we don't have the temperament or the compassion to take care of each other. I'm going to get that quote. Somebody may know it now. 313-778-7600. 313-778-7600. Is there anyone on the national or local scene, is there anyone who has displayed the same kind of courage and commitment as a Dr. King or as a Ralph Abernathy or as a number of civil rights leaders from that time? That's one of the questions I have about today, too. Have we lost our courage? Are people now either too comfortable, too selfish, or too afraid to step out there and say what needs to be said? And I'm talking about somebody who is in a position of leadership, who is either a minister or elected official or someone whose voice is listened to in the community. I don't know. Now, there's only one Dr. Martin Luther King. I understand that. We all understand that. But he paved a way for us to follow, not only in terms of his courage and his conviction, but in terms of his policies and his philosophies. You got folks now who will praise Dr. King all Monday, but who will not take a baby step to do anything that he would want us to do, to commit ourselves and to, I'm going to use that word too, sacrifice in order to help other people. I was listening to Bankerlay's show as I was coming in today, and I believe there was a minister in the studio. I didn't get a chance to see him before they left. But there was a minister who said that if you don't care anymore about yourself and don't care about other people, then you are ignorant to what that Bible says and to what is required in our society right now. And I agree with that. It's funny, the other day I was talking about love and the need for love in society. And somebody emailed me when I got home that night and said, "What are you talking about, love, Cliff? That's like corny talk." And I said, I still believe that love is the answer. I still believe that love conquers all. Dr. King talked about that at length. He talked about the various types of love, agape and the other ones, the other Greek terms, Latin terms, I think, that are used for love. He talked about that need, that love we need to have for our fellow man, the love for humanity, the love for your brother and sister. Has that gone out of vogue? Is that now considered to be an archaic, corny, square notion? I don't think so. I don't think the truth changes, and I think that's still a part of the truth. What do you think? 313-778-7600. Let's go to line one. We got Jim on the line. Hey, Jim, thanks for calling. Good afternoon to you.
No, it's Jim, Cliff.
Hey, how you doing, Tim? I had Jim on the screen, but Tim is even better.
Yeah, I'm thinking you're full of it, man.
You've always thought I was full of it, Tim, but you support Donald Trump, so you may think anything.
I've been suspicious of you, but yesterday you definitely exposed yourself, and that is that caller after I got off the line talked about punching my teeth out from the gum line there, and you kind of smirked and laughed at that. So you talk about all the love you want, you got nothing but hate in your heart for 61-year-old man.
You mean kind of like Donald Trump, kind of like Donald Trump, who at his rallies told people to kick somebody's butt, just like a Donald Trump who said he would take a lawyer, he would pay for the lawyers for the people at his rallies who beat up people. Tim, get off the phone. You're a liar, you're a hypocrite, you're a fool, and you're a Trump supporter, which encompasses everything. Don't you ever call here and criticize me about what I've said about Donald Trump and say that I'm a liar and all that. You're out of your mind if you think that Trump rhetoric goes any farther than your imagination. Now, that's the truth. I have been very, very patient and very, very accepting of you and other Trump supporters. Call here. You can give me your intellectual argument on behalf of Donald Trump. But if you're going to call here and say that I've been exposed because of what I said, you're out your mind, man. You must be crazy. Well, you support Donald Trump, so I think you are crazy. And we can talk more about that some other time, but I don't feel like it right now. Let's get back to some sane callers, people who dialed 313-778-7600. Let's go to JJ, who's on line 2. Hey, JJ, how you doing this afternoon?
All right, Cliff. How you doing, brother?
Real good.
That's good. Hey, you know what? I was listening to earlier show, and they were talking about the church. I think, is that the fellow still on with you? Because I just turned it back on. I was listening to something else.
Well, I did mention the church earlier, yes.
Okay. Yeah, but he said there was 4,000 churches in Detroit. I'm a numbers guy. I analyze things with numbers. Okay. I went to Detroit Public School system around the same time Dr. Ben Carson did. Okay. But
I hope you're not proud of that.
huh?